right, folks, so welcome back. We're just getting word that the president will be speaking at 4:45. I believe that is accurate. And if that's the case, we certainly will let you know exactly what is going on, and it'll be an update reportedly on the situation in Iraq. So, of course, the president under a lot of criticism for going to play golf almost immediately after talking about the bombing in Iraq and the humanitarian mission to Iraq. Now, of course, one of the problems, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more later in the program, one of the problems you have to understand, and one of the dangers that our troops face in dropping these supplies is that the ISIS troops have sophisticated weapons, most of which they obtained from the Iraqi troops who got them from the United States. The Iraqi troops just left them and ran. So there are weapons that could conceivably hit the, or target at least, some of the U.S. aircraft that are dropping the humanitarian supplies and that are participating in the bombing raids over targeted aspects of ISIS. So it'll be interesting to hear what the president has to say. We're also going to talk to Jennifer Rubin of the Washington Post later in this hour, and she has written a piece about, one of the things about Jennifer, as I say every time we have her on, is she writes about 4 or 5 different blogs a day, and one of them is on Rand Paul, who last hour, Ron Paul, Rand's father, said, yes, I do think my son will run for president, and B, Hamas is not like ISIS and is not like Al-Qaeda, and that might be a tag and a kind of perception that gets tagged onto Rand Paul. All right, folks, we're going to come back. I want you to watch this first, this chilling video here, and then we'll get to the interview.
سيد الرئيس لحد الآن 500 شاب ورجل يزيدي وتباع في سوق الرق. رجاء أخوان
سيد النائب
الآن هناك حملة إبادة.
All right, folks, that was a Iraqi Yazidi MP in the Iraqi parliament talking about the horrific nature of what's going on. And joining us now is Auday Arabo, spokesman for the St. Thomas Chaldean Catholic Diocese. Hello, Auday. How are you, sir?
Doing well. How are you today?
I'm okay. This is just, what we're witnessing is just unspeakable. And the reports and the videos and the stories and the cries are just intolerable. It's so hard to watch, but in a weird way, you know, we had your brother on a couple of weeks ago. In a weird way, in a I don't know, sick, perverted, fateful, whatever you want to call it way, ironic, I guess, is the best description for it. What's going on at the hands of ISIS has finally brought to the fore the subject of Christians being slaughtered and minorities being slaughtered all over the Middle East and parts of Africa, although I got to say the media seems to be focusing on just what's going on in Iraq, but maybe this will be a gateway to talk about the wider issue.
You're absolutely right. What's going on in Iraq and other parts of the world are horrific. I've reported that there's 50 countries right now, mostly in the Middle East and in Africa, where Christians are being persecuted, and the majority of those countries have a Muslim population, Muslim government. So this is horrific.
Yeah, and you the translation of the video we just saw, the Yazidi MP talking about how the slaughter is taking place as they shout, you know, in the name of Allah being the only God, and you know, I laugh and chuckle at those who blame the United States for motivating terrorists, committing acts that create terrorists and help recruit terrorists. There's no recruiting. There's no act that the United States has perpetrated that can recruit people like this who would cut off the heads of children, put them on sticks in the name of their God. I'm sorry, the United States has not done this. This is an ideology. This is an interpretation of a religion by those who interpret it that way.
It's even more than that. It's a sickness. You know, it's evil walking among us. I mean, these people They're so barbaric. They even kill Muslims who speak out to try to defend the Christians and others. If you're not with them, you're going to die. I mean, it's gotten so bad when that lady, the Yazidi lady from Parliament, was making that emotional speech. That was the speech that President Obama was referring to when she said, "There's nobody here to help us." When the Yazidis were on the mountain, it got so bad that parents, the Yazidi parents, were burying their kids alive. They were throwing them off the mountaintop instead of giving them to ISIS, because they're taking them, they're beheading children, they're hanging the men, they're raping the women. It's not horrific. There's not even words for it. I mean, with the death stamp, the red death stamp, the Arabic letter N that they're putting on Christians' houses as Nazarenes. I mean, this is so similar to the Holocaust of the Jewish community during World War II. It's just amazing that so many people have been silent. Like you said, the overall media only recently have said, hey, there's a big issue here. There's a genocide going on, crimes against humanity and everything else. And I just can't wait for the world to see these atrocities that are occurring. I mean, these are so horrible. Actually, this Wednesday, Mark and myself and Bishop Francis or others are going to the UN to try to talk to officials there as well, to have them recognize and every country step up on this issue, because it's not just an Iraqi issue with Iraqi Christians. Christians are being persecuted all throughout the world right now, and minorities are being persecuted in Iraq. And these folks, ISIS, they hate us. They hate Americans. I mean, their leader said when we released him in 2009, "I will see you in New York."
Right, and since then they've claimed that they've threatened to put the ISIS flag over the White House.
Absolutely. They're not going to stop until they put the ISIS flag on the White House. This is not just a humanitarian mission, which that's first and foremost, but these people hate us. This is a national security crisis. It's a national security issue. People that are commenting about why is this administration acting right now, I don't know where their heads are, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of the Republicans are saying we should do more, and we need to do more, because before you know it, you know, these folks, a lot of them are American citizens. A lot of them are from Europe. They have passports. They can come and go as they please. They may be among us today. We don't even know that, and that's horrific, because, like I said, these people have hatred in their hearts for anybody that doesn't believe in what they believe. Whether you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim that doesn't agree with them, these guys are evil.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, and that's why I was going to ask you about when the president said that you know, we're going to strike convoys of ISIS and infrastructure of ISIS if they come near us, you know, in Baghdad, or come near our people, or come near our embassies. To me, that misses the point completely. What the president should have said, and it's so hard for him to acknowledge Christian persecution. I don't think until the recent press conferences and the recent military action, the words have ever crossed his lips. What he should have said was, we will not tolerate Christians and other minorities being slaughtered in cold blood by these radical Islamic terrorists, and we're going to bomb these convoys of terrorists wherever we see them. You know, we'll take them out. But that's not what he said, and that's not the mission, unfortunately.
That's not the mission right now, but, you know, I'm very hopeful that something's going to change, because we met about 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, with a member of the National Security Council at the White House. It was Mark, myself, and a number of people from Michigan and San Diego. And we put everything we had on the line. We believe they listened. And the following Wednesday, we understand the National Security Council, when they were meeting amongst themselves, first time during a private meeting that they actually used the word genocide, which we heard was very chilling in the room. The next day, Thursday, the entire day, they were meeting and talking about what to do and what to do and what to do. And we really believe the National Security Council needs to be thanked in terms of opening the door for the president to do something. We just hope that he continues on and opens up the mission, but more importantly than that, try to get other countries involved, whether it's, you know, France has already opened the door towards the Iraqi Christians and other minorities that want to come for asylum. Lebanon's trying to take some. We don't want them all to come to the United States, even though we'd love that for those of us that are living here. I mean, we have over 400,000 Iraqi Christians who live in the United States today and recognize themselves as Americans first, like myself. This is the new country for us.
Yeah, no, I got to tell you, it's just we need a worldwide effort, and if the United States won't act militarily, you know, you would think, Auday, and hopefully the countries that are threatened most directly, even though you're right about the threat that they pose to the United States here on our soil, you're absolutely right. But you got Saudi Arabia, you got the United Arab Emirates, you got Jordan, you have Israel. If they could form some kind of military alliance and go in and just root these people out and kill them and get rid of them, they'd be doing themselves primarily a big favor, and in the process doing the world a big favor.
We really don't know everybody who's supporting them, to be honest with you. I mean, there's rumors of the Saudis are supporting them. There's rumors of the Qatar supporting them. So we don't really know who our true allies are in that region, and that's part of the issue. And so, but we, as the United States of America, the leader of the free world, needs to step up anytime there is a genocide of this caliber. I mean, this is systematic executions of men, women, and children. Right. I mean, there's no, you know, crime of passion or this person was against me. They want to exterminate all Christians and minorities and others that do not believe in what they believe. Right. And they're in a blitzkrieg right now. I mean, they're taking over town after town. They've surrounded Baghdad. We don't know what's going to happen to Baghdad the next week or so, and it's getting worse. And so unless the U.S. and the U.K. and France and others in the world really come together and create a coalition like George Bush the first put together, we don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. But right now, our dire plead, we're pleading and begging, along with the Pope and everybody else, to try to protect those that are most vulnerable.
Well, good luck, Auday. Good luck at the United Nations. We hope to speak to you and or your brother right after that, and we'd love to know how it goes. Thank you very much. Auday Arabo, spokesman for St. Thomas Chaldean Catholic Diocese. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Washington Post columnist Jennifer Rubin. Don't go away.